What's going on, y'all? Today is Thursday, January 16th. Pops and I are down here in the shop. He's over there organizing a little bit. We got some rearranging we got to do. So what we got is we're trying to make more tubing storage on the wall. And the reason being, Pops went and got some tubing today. And our brackets that are on the wall, I think I've shown them before, but I'll show them here in just a second. They're made out of angle iron, and they're just angle iron that we welded together and lag bolted through the wall because they're lag bolted into 4x4 posts that the shop is built on. So what we're gonna work on is getting some stuff rearranged in the shop, get our car moved a little bit. We also have a frame in here for the next build. So Pops picked the frame up yesterday morning. It still has all the front suspension and stuff on it. So we're gonna work on getting all that off too, but that may be another video. But right now what we gotta work on is getting room to get tubing in here. And so we've got some flat bar, some 3-inch flat bar right here, 1/8 inch thick. And we're gonna make some out of that with some of this 1 3/4 square tubing right here. And I'll show y'all how we're gonna do that. Everything's kind of a mess right now. We've had shipments coming in of parts for all the builds. Shout out to everyone that has shown interest in our builds. It's really taken off the past couple of weeks. The frame that's sitting in here right now will be for the championship car for North Alabama Speedway. The points champion, factory stock points champion. So that will be this build. Their banquet is the 25th, I believe, Saturday.
I believe it's 28th.
So we were trying to get a frame in time. Hopefully we got it in time. Pops and I have got to we got to bow up. We got to get busy. I'll have a 3-day weekend this weekend with the holiday Monday. So hopefully, hopefully these 3 days this weekend we can get some stuff knocked out. Obviously we'll get started on it today, getting stuff stripped off of it, and then tomorrow evening, and hopefully Saturday, Sunday, Monday we get a lot of tubing slung at this thing and get it pretty far. That way next week we can work on tidying up. The main cage part of these things flies by. It's all the little things, all the little tedious things. And but if we can get a lot done Saturday and Sunday, then Monday we can start doing the tedious stuff. So that's where we're at on that. We have 4 chassis already with a down payment after this one. So that would put us through, let's see, that would put us through 15. Because this one will be 11, 12, 13, 14, yeah, 15. So we're very thankful and blessed for the interest and everyone that supports us as we do this. So we've got some big things coming, like I've said. We got a quote yesterday on getting some concrete poured out here to add another 24 by 30 onto the front of the shop. We have a neighbor right up the road that does concrete, Tim Provost. He's a racer. And we try to support other racers in their businesses. So Tim came down and quoted the concrete for us, and it's just one of those things that we're gonna have to work on. We'll have to eventually try to get that done, but we have other stuff that we need to take care of before that. So that may be later in the year. I'll turn the camera around, show y'all what we got going on, what we're about to do, and then there'll probably be some time lapse as we get stuff moved around. I'll make these brackets, and I'll probably just show them once I get them made. That way Pops and I can get stuff made and get stuff done. So it's one of the warmer days of the week. I think it's supposed to be in the mid-50s today. It's supposed to be around 62, 63 tomorrow, and then rain start tomorrow night. And then next week, it's supposed to be back down highs in the 30, around 30, high 20s. And so we're trying to get as much done now before the cold. So y'all hang out. We got work to do. All right, so as I said, there's the frame. I had somebody reach out to me about the back bumper, and they asked if I would sell it. On these frames like this, if there's anything somebody needs, we don't keep the suspension. All we keep is the lower control arms. We keep the steering boxes, usually for a core trade-in. And then we don't keep the bumpers. So if you need these bumpers, I'm not going to worry about selling them to you. If you want them, come get them. I don't know what this one was. That looks like a Monte Carlo or Cutlass bumper. But so if you need something off of it, you're welcome to it. And we're going to get our car straightened up. As y'all can see, it's still sitting at an angle where we had it rolled back in there, and then we pulled it up a little bit to be able to get in here and get to our tubing. Well, these are the angle brackets.
It'd be nice to have that on out there. We can just put our car out front.
Yeah.
Out of the way.
So that's the angle brackets that I was talking about that we made years ago. And that's where we've been storing our tubing. But as you can see, it goes up over our refrigerator. But we do have some room down there to slide down that way a little bit. But some of the stuff we buy is 24-foot sticks. The 1.25-inch tubing that we buy is 24 feet, so it sticks way out. So what we're gonna do, Pop slid that cabinet down just a second ago. I don't know if y'all heard that. He was using a crowbar against the bolt bend. So we gotta get the bolt bend slid down and the refrigerator slid down, and then we gotta get that cabinet slid down as well, so we'll have room. We're gonna put all the 24-foot stuff up there so it won't hit anything. And then we're gonna come in here and put some brackets about right here and a little bit below this. And that's where we're gonna put our 1.5-inch 120 stuff, the stuff that's heavier, so we don't have to reach up so high to get it out of the rack and put it in the rack. So but right now we gotta move some stuff around. We were talking about we need some casters for this thing. And I'm going to tell you right now, if I can't get the cheap ones off Amazon because they were out of stock, but they were $62, I think, for a set of 4. If I can't find those again on sale, I'll probably just make some. And because we can get some, we have a tubing guy that we go to that's kind of like secondhand stuff. It's like didn't pass QC. So you can get some fairly good tubing at a cheap price. They sell it by the pound, 50 cents a pound. So we could go get some angle iron, or we could go get some square tube and make us some casters. But y'all hang out. We're going to get all that done. Here's a load of tubing. This is the amount of tubing for 2 chassis. The reason we didn't get more than that is because of our storage, having somewhere to put it. Pops made him some nifty little blocks on the trailer. Screwed them down to the trailer, and that lets him, he cut the straps off of it just a second ago, so it was all bundled together, 2 bundles. And then that is the 16 gauge we use for the Firewall 4-pan. So Pops just got back from Decatur, Alabama, which is about 45 minutes to an hour away from us, where we buy our steel at JMS Steel. And so he made those stands, and they worked out pretty good. Looks like they worked pretty good. So we're gonna get some stuff situated so we can get this unloaded. So y'all hang out. All right, y'all. Well, as y'all can tell, this is what I was talking about. 1 3/4 tubing. Just got a little kicker up there. 2 holes. We got 3/8 lag bolts that we'll be putting it on the wall with. Got it all welded up. And knock those out real quick. It ain't been but about, what, 30 minutes probably? Maybe 30 minutes. As y'all can tell in the time lapse, as I was doing this, Pops was pulling stuff off his frame. And them old gas lines are always fun to take off because usually they have stuff in them and it smells awful. So Pops thought it was water. And
I was hoping it was water.
Yeah, hoping it was water anyway. Then we
It wasn't.
then we got a big whiff of it and it wasn't water. So all right, so now we're gonna work on moving our chassis, our car rather, and get it scooted over out of the way a little bit so we can get in there and get these brackets on the wall. And then we'll get those up and then we'll start unloading tubing. So y'all hang out. All right. Lag bolted up. I forgot that there were studs in here, and Pops reminded me that those are screwed to 2x4 studs. So we've been putting a lot of trust in them.
Well, it's probably got also the lag bolts that's in them are probably 4 inches
That's true.
or longer.
That's true. So we got these lagged in. These are in the middle of the 4x4 posts. That box, the electrical box, is nailed to a 4x4. And so is this one. So they're 12 feet apart.
Yeah.
And
6 foot apart.
well, I mean the brackets. Yeah, the brackets are 12 feet.
Yeah.
So they're lagged up there, and it'll be a little bit easier height to deal with the heavier tubing. So now I'm gonna throw it up on time lapse, and Pops and I are gonna unload all this tubing. But I may.
This is a 120.
Yeah, it is. We can take it down here
Bring it
on
down
these.
here.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll get everything situated. I was thinking about knocking the nose piece and the bumper off this car because we got to pull the motor anyway, and that would give us a little more room to walk around. So I may knock that off real quick, and then we're gonna put some tubing up. All right, y'all. We got all of our metal unloaded. Worked out pretty good. We got 8 pieces of 1.5 inch 120 wall there. Our 3 sheets of 16 gauge. And then we've got 8 pieces of 1.5 inch 083, plus a little leftover piece right there. We got 4 pieces of 083 1.25 inch and 2 pieces of 083 1 inch. So we're ready to go for a little while. Now we got to get a little bit rearranged over here. And
I told Russell I see him in about a month and a half.
yeah, hopefully sooner than that. So we've got a lot of room over here now, and since we moved the fridge up that way, we can actually roll this car back a little bit because there's about 4 or 5 feet between the car and that big rack back there. So we're gonna roll this car straight back, leave it straight with the wall, and then just move it over a little bit. Probably go ahead and put it on jack stands, get the wheels and tires off of it. And we'll be pulling the motor out here soon. And be carrying it back to Matt Brown. The gear, we did work out a deal with Matt, so we're gonna be keeping the gear. And we'll go get our motor from Twisted and start working on getting it put in here. So, but right now, we're gonna call this video it. We wanted to show y'all what we were getting going and getting done. That was the main focus for today, was to get those racks up right there. But we still got a lot of day left. So Pops and I are about to get things situated. Once we get them situated, we're gonna start busting stuff off his frame. Pops did go to the car wash with it yesterday and wash it off, so got all the dirt off of it. But it's just surface rust on it. And we wanted to have it sandblasted because this frame will be painted. But we didn't really have time because we just got the frame yesterday. So we don't really have time to get it sandblasted. It's going to take what time we do have left to get the chassis built. So we'll probably wire brush, do some wire brushing on it and clean it up. And then that way, once we do get it built, we can be able to prime it and paint it. But that's going to be it for this video. We're going to get some stuff rearranged and get set up and get ready to go. And we'll pick the camera back up and start doing some more videoing. Hope y'all had a great week so far. Hope y'all have a great weekend this weekend. And y'all be looking forward to some videos. I'm going to try to have this one up Friday morning. And that way y'all can watch it. And then I'm going to try to video enough to where I can post a video Saturday, post a video Sunday, post a video Monday. So y'all hang out with us. We're going to get something done. And until next time.
Appreciate it, guys and gals. Hey, y'all stay warm this next week because they say it's going to be cold.
Heck yeah.
But we don't know how cold. But y'all stay warm, stay safe. And until next time, God bless you.
See y'all.